I think a lot of men think they just, 100 no's is going to equal one yes somewhere along the way. Somebody's going to be desperate enough. And I think that's the real crime, is that they're not trying to, get a relationship. There's nothing wrong with meeting someone on a platform, being very polite, becoming friends over time, and that grows into something else. Great, no problem there. But it's these really disgusting attempts to these come on lines and these attempts to get the attention of women who most of them are going to say no, right? But the ones that may say yes are probably the ones that are so desperate for attention, and then that's what they're looking for, to prey on that and then take advantage of it. And there's something just pathologically wrong with that person and that approach.
There is, and I think actually you've raised an interesting point, and in no way is any woman responsible for these men.
Right.
What I found interesting, though, is that you said about getting attention, because I know, for example, that a lot of women that have young children, they become a mother. It's being a mother, and they don't get any attention. Anasuya, what sort of states of mind could women, so you and Olivia and our other contributors are strong-minded. You have come on, you've shown your face, and you've spoken your truth, and this hopefully is going to lead to something. What I want to do as best as possible is to try and reach those girls and women. So Gazelle's very young, those girls and women who, because Olivia talked about this scanning she recognizes it. What do you think the states of mind might be for ladies that respond to this, and what advice would you give them, Anasuya?
Okay. Suppose if it is in LinkedIn, then I will try to give them advice that you just talk directly, just what they want, directly you should go to that. And because if it is Facebook, some people, it's kind of social network. Some people they're trying to, be more soft, and they try to approach. And I have seen there's some for relationship gain also they delete, but also some kind, so they have to think about it. I mean, suppose if it is a mother, because I have seen one of my friends, she's a mother of one kid, maybe 6 years old kid. Okay, she has a very disturbed, I'm telling all this thing because it's happening now in Facebook. She has a very disturbed family life, with her husband. So she's seeking for, she's about to, separating, phase of her, that kind of period is going on. So she need, because that kind of time, a mother, she needs some support company, there may be maybe the friends or colleagues, or maybe some people, they try to give her comfort and she talks in Facebook. I'm talking about in Facebook because it's a social platform. But in the same time, that kind of person may take advantage.
Yeah.
To her also, because she is now single, she is single-handedly taking care of her kid, and she is doing. But so I will suggest that kind of lady or woman that you have to be very careful what you talk, what you're offering that person, on what context he's talking about. He is really reliable, loyal, that because you cannot share your every thoughts, and just for whether maybe he's good to you for some time, but you have to seek for the long-term relationship also, if you're really looking for some relationship. So I will suggest her that you have to think about it, how he is talking, and you just directly, you cannot just simply share whatever your personal problems are going on. You should not. Now you have to be very careful about it, what you're talking about.
So let me ask you this. So I famously don't use a smartphone. as you've seen before, that's my phone. And I don't want to have any part of this that everyone is stuck into at the moment. So that's fine. I'm happy to be a Luddite. With Facebook, do they automatically know your mobile number, or is that just a thing that happens in WhatsApp?
No, if you keep it in private, I mean, security, then they will not know.
Okay.
You can restrict your security. Yeah.
So Olivia, one of the things that's come up in previous episodes is the idea that when people approach on Instagram or on Facebook or on LinkedIn, there's a lot of urgency to move you to WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Because that's your private number then, or is it? Because I don't have it. So is it a separate thing, or is it your mobile number?
It is your mobile number. Some people use a different number. For example, that's maybe you can use a different SIM card for your number for WhatsApp as long as they can verify it via a one-time PIN that they normally send you an SMS. But basically, for most people that use it, it would normally be their mobile number, their personal number, because it's just easier for business contact and things like that. So they do want to basically push you from Facebook to WhatsApp, for example, because it's easier to use. And most people, like, for example, in our country, use WhatsApp more than what they use Facebook.
Yep.
So Facebook goes together with WhatsApp in our country. So those are the most used two platforms. And then there's obviously TikTok now, but more Facebook and WhatsApp, for example. So they do want to urge you to give your personal number, but they don't use it in a way, they don't ask for it in a way where you think it's for personal purposes. So you get led into something like where they ask you for your number, if it's a business contact, for example, and then from there it progresses because now they've got your WhatsApp number. So now I can call you and I can speak to you and I can get hold of you, for example. And then you usually have to maybe end up blocking calls or something like that.
And is it possible to actually, so you can block a number that's calling you in WhatsApp? Have you ever reported people that you've blocked?
No, it didn't get to the extent where I had to actually report all of that. I felt, for example, too threatened by it. It's mostly like people that can't get to me, for example. But if it was, for example, someone stalking me nearby, for example, then it would be a different case. So then I would handle it differently, for example.
So there was a radio show, I hope I haven't told this story, I'm sure I've told it before, but there was a radio show where the presenter is on Twitter, and Twitter is extremely adversarial. It's basically binary, people just having screaming rows. But he had a post on there and it showed his front door, which the person had got off Google Street View.
Ooh.
But how do people find out where people live? What is the secure? I don't understand this enough. Tell me about it.